Hello there, welcome back once again to our channel. I'm Gifty
And I am Akofa.
and today we are wearing some lovely clothing that is made by J_979. So you can just go to Instagram and look for her. We'll leave it on the screen for you. Contact her for your nice, beautiful African clothing. So in today's episode, we are basically addressing the issue of the type of profession men have to avoid, right? So if she's doing this work, don't marry her.
Red flag.
We'll be right back. I came across this video which basically was asking men to stay away from women that do a particular type of work. So watch this, we'll be right back.
The most common profession that I see in the female parties in my divorces, and this is over 13 years of cases. Oh my God, I'm so nervous, is stay-at-home mom. Hate me. I know y'all are going to hate me, but let me explain why. Number one, when you're divorcing a stay-at-home mom, they are paralyzed with fear, and rightfully so, because their whole life is going to change. They are going to have to go back to the workforce. They're going to have to possibly move. Their finances are about to be very different. There's lots of things that they don't know financially about what's going on. And so they tend to stick their head in the sand and stall. And so the cases become very contested and very expensive. The second reason that I see that stay-at-home moms end up being the most common profession in a divorce is that I think there's a tendency, and this is completely my opinion, just based on my observations, they tend to focus so much on the children, and the husband focuses so much on career that first of all, they don't feel appreciated by one another. But the husband starts feeling like an ATM, and the wife becomes completely focused on the children, and they tend to grow.
So welcome back. What do you think?
Well, stay at home mom.
Yeah.
I think if you want to really look at the definition of stay at home mom, it means like a woman who doesn't have any means of income.
Yeah.
Where if I want to be very sarcastic or disrespectful, I would say even when she needs salt or cube, she will wait for the man to come and take money for the salt or cube to to cook with. So I mean, in this day and age, looking at the economic crisis, what is going on, who wants to stay home and do what? And do what? So I think only lazy women choose to stay home. So remember, the definition of stay-home mom is a woman who sits home and have to even wait for the man to give her money for cube. So if you are home and you are doing your own business, or are doing their own businesses, small businesses, you are not a stay-home mom. You are not a stay-home, but if
You are a mompreneur.
You are a mompreneur. You are a mompreneur. Kudos to all mompreneurs out there. Yes, so
But what stood out for me was the fact that stay-at-home mom, if that is your job, what happens is the marriage tends to drift. The two couples tend to drift apart from each other. And one feeling like an ATM, and then the other one feeling like the household.
Yes,
so you take care of
really abused.
The house, you make sure that the kids are fine, etc., etc., etc. And I think that is what stood out for me most from this. And for me, well, as a person, first of all, I do not believe or condone the idea of a woman staying at home and not doing anything. I think that it has to be declared a crime. Oh yeah,
No,
because
it's for lazy people.
you just create the grounds for abuse.
Yeah.
So if you do not have a good man, that man is just going to abuse you
Disrespect you.
and
Yeah.
disrespect you,
Yeah.
right? And that condition is also not safe for your
The
children.
marriage will not last.
Yeah. And it's
It
not
won't
safe for
last.
your own children. So you do not want to create such an atmosphere for your children. But then also on the other hand is the man who is feeling abused. Can you imagine
Yeah.
you being the
Financially
one
used.
that that every minute you have to come
You
before
get a bank
something happens?
you get a bank alert every second.
Are you an ATM? Like,
on your phone.
like she said, you basically just an ATM.
Yeah.
You dish out money, and then they cook for you or
Yeah.
whatever. So there is this and that in the marriage.
Mhm.
The woman is here.
And
The man
is
is
way
here.
out there. Huge
So
gap.
he's chasing his dreams. He's making money, and what happens is he goes to work. He see all these accomplished women.
Yes. And he admires them.
And then the story
respects
changes.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's asking himself, why can't my wife be
Mm-hmm.
like this other people?
Who did I marry?
Yeah. Why can't my wife be like this other people? But I think that in all this we can the fault really, well, it's both couples' fault.
I
Because
blame the
men-
woman.
I blame both.
I will blame the woman.
Why?
Why do you want to stay home? Why have you agreed to stay home? You can stay home when you have maybe difficult pregnancy from the get-go. Difficult pregnancy, maybe a family relative or somebody comes to help you while the man go out there to look for, to work. Because you need money, finances to make the marriage happy.
Yeah.
Look, when you are financially okay, 50% of the problems in marriage, you won't
No,
face
I will say 80.
it. Good.
So the 2080 rule.
Good.
Money takes care of
Most things.
of the things
Someone is
in
ill,
marriage.
money.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to go somewhere, money.
You want
Kids
to have
excursion, money.
You want to
Everything,
travel.
money.
Everything is money. Family members come
Coming in, yes.
It's money.
It's money.
So money takes care of 80%. I will apply that rule.
I will
80%
agree.
of the things that happen in. So if the money is not there, the love dies.
So why do you want
And
to
of
stay
course,
at home?
one person doesn't want to be the one producing the money at all.
No.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah.
But also I blame men, because when you are going in, men have this attribute of going in for women who are not financially independent.
Yeah, you're right.
So men have that attribute, because then this false narrative of a difficult woman when she's financially stable, etc., sets in. And those things are just false narratives, as I am saying, because there are women who have their own everything. But at the end of the day, they are level-headed.
Oh yes, of course.
They do not put it in your face.
Yeah.
They are not talking
Very
down
humble.
on you and whatever.
Very
So
humble.
for me, I blame a man for going in purposely for a woman that wants to sit at home and not do anything. But I also acknowledge the fact that if you're a woman that has stayed at home for very long, it's become difficult to get back to the job.
Begin a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. So get up there. You want to start a vocation, learn a trade, something.
Trade. And we need to understand that the money is actually not in the people that wear the suits.
Yes,
it's with
the corporate
people.
world.
Yeah.
That is why those with even master's degree, first degree, you realize that they have farm,
Yeah.
agribusiness. You realize that the person owns a salon.
Or
The
doing
person
some
owns.
Chinese buying and selling.
So I would say that only lazy women want to continue to be a stay-home mom. There is nothing wrong if the woman sacrifices her career 2-3 years to make the home work for the sake of the children. But you need to bounce back. Take on a vocation, because now even ladies in the corporate world still have salons, they have bakery, they have so many other businesses, all in the bid to make the home, as they want it. as they wanted, to become financially independent. Yeah.
So my advice would be to men, stay away from women who are not working.
Yeah.
You are doing yourself a disservice.
Mm-hmm.
You are basically shooting yourself in the foot. Stay clear of women who are not working.
Yeah.
And women who do not want to work. If that is her aspiration to stay at home, my guy,
Run.
run. Over here. Run. That is the word.
Yeah.
Leave.
Leave.
Right? If she has to come to you, start from the relationship. If she has to come to you and she needs money
Yeah.
to pick Trotsky
Yes.
or all those
To
things,
buy gas. Oh, this and that.
you don't want to deal with that. It's a difficult world out there.
Yeah.
So the woman has to be gainfully engaged in something, either in the formal sector or in the informal sector.
Yeah.
Very important. Right? So all the women out there who are trying to create something for themselves, we see you, we appreciate you. Note that if you don't and your husband falls, you and your children will be on the streets.
You don't want to imagine that.
Yeah.
You do not want to imagine that.
So get a job. If you are in the room, you are watching us anywhere, get up. It's time to do something.
Chop, tap, tap, chop.
Chop, 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 chop. Anyway, so we'll see you in the next one. So anyway, we'll see you in the next one.